Hi, my name's David Walbridge, a Senior Chartered Surveyor at Harrison Clarke. I'm sure you've heard about the importance of health and safety on construction sites, but are you aware of when health and safety legislation applies to you and your construction work? Today, we'll be looking to clarify the requirements and the application of the relevant regulations from the point of view of the client. The Construction Design and Management, or CDM Regulations 2015, is a fundamental legislation that covers the health and safety matters on construction sites. These regulations identify three key persons, or duty holders, that each have a set of responsibilities that must be met, all in the efforts to make sure the works undertaken are undertaken safely and the key parties are accountable. These three roles are the client, the principal contractor, and the principal designer. There are further roles identified under these, such as contractors, where there's more than one contractor involved in the work, and even the workers themselves have obligations set upon them. Today we'll be focusing on the client side of this health and safety equation and drilling into what types of clients there are and what key facts they need to be aware of. Clients are divided into two different types with different levels of obligations. They're classed as either commercial clients, i.e. works that are being done as part of a business, or as domestic clients, where works are carried out on their own homes. Those of you who are hoping to do some home extensions anytime soon will be glad to hear that requirements on domestic clients compared to commercial clients are much less onerous, and they have a get out of jail free card to use to make sure their duties are properly completed. Domestic clients' main duties are to ensure other parties are competent and can complete the work safely. This can be as simple as asking the chosen contractor about their track record and health and safety management on their sites and managing risks in their previous work, or by ensuring that the adequate time is given to the contractor to prepare for the job and enough time and money is available for them to complete the works in a safe manner. The legislation has been drafted in a way that recognises that most domestic clients have no or little experience in project management in construction works, and this is where the get out of free jail card comes in. Regulations allow for the client duties to be passed to the contractor, or the contractor acting as principal contractor if more than one contractor is involved, or if the works involve a designer, this being an architect or a surveyor such as myself who's managing the works, they can take on the client's duties by written agreement and execute these duties alongside their own. The important question to ask a domestic client is making sure that other parties are aware of their duties under the legislation and have the resources and the suitably consider and implement the duties required by their roles. That's easy enough. What if I'm a commercial client? If you're a commercial client, the scope of your duties is much wider and just as critical as the other duty holders. The main duties of commercial clients are to ensure suitable arrangements for managing their projects so the health and safety risk can be managed in a suitable way. This is done by appointing competent designers and contractors to the project and making sure the main designer and contractors are appointed as the principal contractor and principal designer. Ensuring that there's enough time allowed for each stage of the project. Making sure the principal designer and the principal contractors are doing what is required for them to comply with their duties, and ensuring that suitable welfare facilities are in place for the works. On top of this, the legislation also requires them to provide information about the site and where the works to be undertaken to all designers and potential or selected contractors from the very start and the very first stage of the project. Ensure the contractor appointed as the principal contractor has provided a suitable construction phase plan document on how they intend to complete the works, maintain and review the management arrangements for the project, and ensure the principal designer prepares a health and safety file at the completion of the work. Fortunately for commercial clients, many of these more involved obligations and duties can and are often passed to either the principal designer or other competent construction professionals under a written agreement. Do I need to consider CDM in my construction works? The answer is always yes. Whatever the size of the works, the regulations apply, and those completing the works will automatically be assumed to take on the roles of principal contractor and principal designer and the client. The last thing to touch on today is when do you need to inform anyone of when the works have been undertaken. Once the project meets a defined threshold, there is a legal duty to inform the HSE via an F10 application. This occurs when one or more of these thresholds are met. The works will last longer than 20 working days, involve more than 20 workers on site at any one time, or where works will exceed more than 500 worker days to complete. If the above is met or you think it might be met, then either you must or we would strongly advise a relevant F10 notification is submitted. This is a reasonably simple process, but your construction professionals will be able to assist you in completing this on your behalf. If you have any questions or would like to know how Harrison Clarke could assist you, please feel free to contact our friendly team on 02381 550051 and we would be delighted to assist you by providing professional advice and assistance.